Chemical products or carbon brushes should not be used to clean electrical connections. These methods can leave behind residues that can interfere with the electrical connection, potentially increasing resistance and leading to future problems such as overheating or even electrical fires. The safest and most effective way to address corroded electrical connections is through mechanical cleaning and, if necessary, replacement. Firstly, disconnect the power to the circuit at the breaker panel to ensure personal safety. Use a non-contact voltage tester to confirm that the circuit is de-energized. Secondly, carefully inspect the extent of the corrosion on the wires and within the electrical box. Assess whether the corrosion is superficial or if it has significantly compromised the integrity of the wire strands. If the corrosion is minor and the wires have sufficient length, proceed with cleaning. However, if the corrosion is extensive or the wires are too short to work with safely after cleaning, replacement is the only reliable option. Thirdly, if cleaning is feasible, use a wire brush or sandpaper specifically designed for electrical work to remove any corrosion or oxidation from the bare wire. Gently but firmly scrub the affected areas until the metal is clean and shiny. Be careful not to damage the wire insulation during this process. Fourthly, after cleaning, thoroughly inspect the wire for any signs of damage, such as nicks, cuts, or weakened strands. If any damage is found, the wire must be replaced. Fifthly, replace the wire connectors, such as wire nuts, with new, appropriately sized connectors. Ensure that the connectors are listed and labeled for the specific wire gauge and application. Sixthly, when connecting the wires with the new connectors, follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. Strip the wires to the correct length, twist them together tightly, and securely tighten the wire connector. A proper connection is crucial for preventing future corrosion and ensuring a reliable electrical connection. Seventhly, use a torque screwdriver to tighten the wire connectors to the specified torque value. Over-tightening can damage the wires or connectors, while under-tightening can lead to loose connections and arcing. Eighthly, if the wires are too short to allow for proper cleaning and connection, or if the corrosion is too extensive to clean effectively, the wires should be replaced entirely. This is the safest and most reliable way to ensure a good electrical connection and prevent future problems. Ninthly, when replacing wires, use the same gauge and type of wire as the original wiring. Refer to the National Electrical Code, specifically Table 310.15b16 to determine the appropriate wire size for the circuit's amperage rating and conductor type, considering the wire's insulation rating and the ambient temperature. Ensure that the new wires are properly routed and supported within the electrical box to prevent strain on the connections. Tenthly, after completing the wiring work, carefully inspect all connections and ensure that they are secure and properly insulated. Use electrical tape to wrap any exposed wires or connections. Finally, turn the power back onto the circuit at the breaker panel and test the circuit to ensure that it is working properly. Use a multimeter to check the voltage and current readings and verify that there are no abnormal conditions. Remember that electrical work can be dangerous, and it is always best to consult with a qualified electrician if you are not comfortable performing the work yourself. Improper wiring can lead to electrical shock, fire, and other hazards. Adhering to safety precautions and following proper procedures is essential for ensuring a safe and reliable electrical system. Additional considerations include the following. Firstly, grounding is a critical aspect of electrical safety. Ensure that all electrical boxes and equipment are properly grounded according to the National Electrical Code. A proper ground provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, tripping the circuit breaker and preventing electrical shock. Secondly, when working with electrical boxes, inspect them for any signs of damage, such as cracks or corrosion. Replace any damaged electrical boxes to ensure the safety and integrity of the electrical system. Thirdly, use only listed and labeled electrical components that have been tested and approved by a recognized testing laboratory, such as Underwriters Laboratories UL or Electrical Testing Laboratories ETL. Listed and labeled components meet specific safety standards and are designed to perform reliably in electrical applications. Fourthly, be aware of the potential hazards of working with electricity, such as electrical shock, arc flash, and electrocution. Always use appropriate personal protective equipment (PPE), such as insulated gloves and safety glasses, when working with electrical systems. Fifthly, follow all applicable electrical codes and regulations, including the National Electrical Code, NEC, and local building codes. These codes provide detailed requirements for the installation, maintenance, and repair of electrical systems to ensure safety and prevent hazards. Sixthly, if you are unsure about any aspect of electrical work, consult with a qualified electrician. A licensed electrician has the knowledge and experience to perform electrical work safely and effectively. They can also help you identify and address any potential hazards in your electrical system. Seventhly, regular maintenance of your electrical system can help prevent problems and ensure safety. Inspect your electrical system periodically for any signs of damage, such as loose wires, corroded connections, or damaged insulation. Address any issues promptly to prevent them from escalating into more serious problems. Eighthly, consider installing arc fault circuit interrupters of size in your home to protect against arc faults, which can cause electrical fires. Size are designed to detect and interrupt arc faults before they can ignite a fire. Ninthly, be careful when working around water, as water can conduct electricity and increase the risk of electrical shock. Avoid touching electrical equipment with wet hands or standing in water while working with electricity. Tenthly, if you experience any electrical problems such as flickering lights, sparking outlets, or unusual smells, contact a qualified electrician immediately. These problems could indicate a serious electrical issue that needs to be addressed promptly to prevent hazards. Further, understanding the principles of electrical wiring is essential for ensuring safety and preventing problems. Firstly, know the difference between hot, neutral, and ground wires. The hot wire carries the electrical current from the source to the load. The neutral wire provides a return path for the current, and the ground wire provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source. Secondly, understand the concept of voltage and current. Voltage is the electrical potential difference between 2 points, and current is the flow of electrical charge. The amount of current that flows through a circuit depends on the voltage and the resistance of the circuit. Thirdly, be familiar with the different types of electrical circuits, such as series circuits, parallel circuits, and series parallel circuits. In a series circuit, the components are connected in a single path, so the current is the same through all components. In a parallel circuit, the components are connected in multiple paths, so the voltage is the same across all components. Fourthly, understand the importance of overcurrent protection. Overcurrent protection devices, such as circuit breakers and fuses, are designed to protect electrical circuits from excessive current, which can cause overheating and fires. Fifthly, be familiar with the different types of wiring methods such as non-metallic sheath cable, NM cable, armored cable, AC cable, and conduit. NM cable is commonly used in residential wiring, while AC cable and conduit are often used in commercial and industrial wiring. Sixthly, understand the importance of proper wire sizing. The size of the wire must be appropriate for the amperage rating of the circuit. Using undersized wires can cause overheating and fires. Refer to the National Electrical Code, specifically Table 310.15b16, to determine the appropriate wire size for the circuit's amperage rating. Seventhly, be familiar with the different types of electrical boxes, such as junction boxes, outlet boxes, and switch boxes. Electrical boxes are used to enclose and protect electrical connections. Eighthly, understand the importance of proper grounding. Grounding provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, tripping the circuit breaker and preventing electrical shock. Ninthly, be familiar with the different types of electrical switches, such as single-pole switches, double-pole switches, and three-way switches. Single-pole switches control a light or outlet from one location. Double-pole switches control a circuit from one location and disconnect both hot wires, and three-way switches control a light or outlet from 2 locations. Tenthly, understand the importance of proper insulation. Insulation is used to protect wires and cables from damage and to prevent electrical shock. Be sure to use the correct type of insulation for the application. In addition, consider the following points regarding this specific situation described. Firstly, the presence of water in electrical boxes is a serious safety hazard. Water can conduct electricity and increase the risk of electrical shock or fire. Secondly, the corrosion of electrical connections can lead to increased resistance, overheating, and potential arcing. Arcing can ignite flammable materials and cause a fire. Thirdly, the fact that the wire connections are facing down increases the risk of water entering the connections and causing corrosion. Fourthly, the limited wire length makes it difficult to properly clean and connect the wires. This increases the risk of a poor connection, which can lead to overheating and arcing. Fifthly, the age and condition of the wiring in the home is a concern. Older wiring may be more prone to corrosion and damage. Sixthly, the fact that the original wiring was not done properly suggests that there may be other hidden electrical problems in the home. Seventhly, given the age and condition of the wiring, it may be prudent to have a qualified electrician inspect the entire electrical system to identify and address any potential problems. Eighthly, consider upgrading the wiring in the home to meet current electrical codes and standards. This can improve the safety and reliability of the electrical system. Ninthly, if you are not comfortable performing electrical work yourself, it is always best to hire a qualified electrician. A licensed electrician has the knowledge and experience to perform electrical work safely and effectively. Tenthly, prioritize safety when working with electricity. Always disconnect the power to the circuit before working on any electrical connections. Use appropriate personal protective equipment (PPE), such as insulated gloves and safety glasses. Follow all applicable electrical codes and regulations. Lastly, it is essential to address the corroded connections promptly to prevent potential hazards. While cleaning the connections might seem like a quick fix, it is crucial to ensure that the cleaning process does not compromise the integrity of the wires or connections. If there is any doubt about the safety or reliability of the connections, it is always best to replace the wires entirely. Remember that electrical safety should always be the top priority.